it seems like you want to harness the power of generative AI throughout your business, but then there are also these risks that come that are associated with that. So if you have any privacy problems, if you have security problems, then it's a disaster, and it's just it's worse than not investigating. So do you have any tips for how you can ensure that you meet all those business requirements, like how you meet the privacy requirements, the governance requirements, the security requirements when you're adopting AI?
Yeah, and I'll say, Richie, it's really all about this ability to harvest the data. The quality of data does not go away. The data is getting bigger, but that quality is still the first thing that every business user, every data analyst, and every business leader wants to ensure. And so what we're talking about with our customers and what's changing, what's really the game changer of analytics, is you have to own the data stack. You have to govern those right data assets to your question. That's the first part of this. You've got to be able to own the data stack, own the quality of those data, own the security and the governance of those data. And that's what we're seeing a lot of, is the investment in those data resources across every size company. You can't, and this is a conversation I get asked a lot, is, well, with AI, doesn't that replace what people are doing around data? Isn't that going to all automate that and those people won't have to worry about that anymore? The answer to that is absolutely positively not. That's going to be the number one, or very early on, a very big part of this, is you've got to worry about those data quality. You've got to worry about how you're harvesting those data, and to ensure, to your question, that that data is within the boundaries of security and governance so that the private information remains private.
This sounds a lot like when parents told children, you got to eat your vegetables before you can have your dessert. You got to do your data quality before you can play with the AI.
Absolutely.
All right. So are you seeing any differences in adoption of generative AI, either from different industries or from different roles?
I love the question. And if you were to ask me this question, probably, let's say 4 or 5 years ago, when Gen AI really started to become a thing that developers were thinking about and focusing on, I would have said yes. There probably were a couple of industries that were leaders. Those industries that have gotten a jump start, I will say, is the health and life sciences industries, as well as financial services. And when you think about the quantity of data, the data assets and resources that a healthcare or health and life sciences company has access to, that's why they really took on this forward-looking initiative around Gen AI. But I will also say that that game has now opened up to every industry. It is no longer just for healthcare. It's no longer for just financial services. It is every industry that we're talking to. They're asking the questions, what do we do? How do we do it? We certainly saw it in the news media, in Hollywood's perspective on AI. I believe it was last summer where they had the writer's strike and the actor's strike. Those are examples of, yes, AI is going to impact the entertainment industry, as we're already seeing from samples from Sora that's already coming out. But that doesn't mean that all these people are going to be unemployed. Their jobs are going to change, but they're still going to be required as part of the entertainment industry process and getting product, quote unquote, to market. And so it is literally every industry is thinking about or already taking significant steps on the adoption of Gen AI, for sure.